bunch of them. Holy smokes, there's a ton of them. Wild. Wow, look at some of these fish. I'm sure there's a giant in here somewhere. Oh, whoa, there's the old 7-pounder. Yeah, oh my God, there's tanks down there. Oh, there's another giant right there. Oh my God, there's like 3. Hundreds and hundreds of bass here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at a lake. This is not the Delta. We flip-flopped again. We were doing lakes, then the Delta. Now we're back to the lakes. It is getting cold. It is turning into a true fall pattern. And we are back at Lake Berryessa, so we've changed out all the rods, put the punching stuff down, the frog stuff down. We got spoons, we got finesse jigs, jerk baits. But man, oh man, what a gorgeous morning we've got ahead of us. There's Tyler Jackson. Is that a custom seat you got there?
Oh yeah, nice little...
That's a native ocean kayak. But anyways, no agenda today. We're just gonna try to go out there, figure out some fish. We're thinking they'll be deeper. We got our deep baits, but we'll see what happens today. Stay tuned. Look at them, dude, they're going nuts right there. We're making our way to our spot and we're seeing some activity. They're busting, right? Look at that. I think they're smaller bass. Dude, did we just find the mother lode? That's why I got the spook on. Here we go. All right, didn't catch one on the first cast. That's a good sign though. Oh yeah, look at him bust right there. I can already tell it's gonna be fun. Oh yeah. Dude, this is like what you dream of right here. Yeah. No giant, but that's all right. That's all right. Quick release on a spook. Yep. Got a little school of them. All right. Grow up. Yeah, the small ones are definitely up shallow, but man, it's hard to put down a topwater. Gotta get a hit. We got smaller KAYAKs on this rig too, so they should be willing to participate. Alright, someone just touched me. I got a nibble. I love that phrase, like when like pro fishermen or even like experienced fishermen say that when they get a bite. They're like, I got a nibble. I'll still say it. I don't care. There are a bunch of fish underneath me. Man, I haven't spooned in a while. Now this really wouldn't make sense if they ate the jig, but you never know. I'm seeing a lot of fish on the bottom, so maybe they'll just eat it. There we go. Finally. Decent one. Decent spot. Decent spot. Ate the jig. Man, throwing all these shad baits. Throw a crawfish bait. Oh, it's a largie. Well, maybe the little ones are eating the shad and the big ones are eating the craws. So, just experimented with A-rig, spook, Chapo, LV500, drop shot, jerk bait, and finally got a bite on the jig. It's interesting. One of the baits that I didn't think would be the most productive in this particular area where they're feeding up and gorging on shad. You can see them, but maybe the bigger ones are hanging on the bottom eating craws, or maybe eating shad that are, dying and floating to the bottom, because there are some bigger marks on the bottom, and all these topwater hits are smaller fish.
Try that spot.
All right, guys, Tyler and I are making a move. We found the mega school, but apparently it was a bunch of dinks. I mean, there were some good ones mixed in, but they just were not taking anything. We tried. I mean, you saw me. I threw like 5, 6 different baits. Tyler, he threw like all that stuff. So we're making a move. hopefully find another area that they're feeding and that they're actually a little bit bigger and wanting our baits. So on to the next spot. It's a fish. I knew that was a fish. It felt weird though. Oh. It's a weird bite. Alright, a jig. Still producing. Not a big one, but a fun one. Might as well throw the drop shot around here. Back to the first spot. What do they say? Don't leave fish to find fish? Well, we did, and we found like 8 fish a piece, but we were back at our first spot where they were going nuts, so we just couldn't get them to bite. It's a little bit later in the day. I don't know, we'll see. Oh yeah. Drop shot always catches them. That's the size that was busting in here. Little chunkers. There's a fish. Came back and got, oh, it's a good one. It's a nice one. Nice smallie. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. It says that smallmouth. Man, that's a long smallmouth. Nice one. They're here on the jig. That's a really long fish. It's like an 18-inch smallie. Alrighty, thank you, sir. It's kind of dead sticking it. Dragging it, and the bite's subtle. Like almost every single one of my jig bites today I couldn't really feel. There's a fish right there. Yep. Feels like a good one too. Feels like a real good one. Stay down. It's a nice one. It's a largie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that one. Nice. Saw a bunch of bait flicking up over there. Just cast right into it. Man, that's a chunk. Whew, I want this jig. It's the weirdest thing, you know, all this bait on top and busting. I think the better fish are actually sitting on the bottom, just being lazy, waiting for the dead stuff to fall down to them. And when I throw this crawfish in there, it's like too hard for them to resist. With that belly though, yeah, it's a fun bite. That one was way up shallow. Bunch of like 12-inchers. Bunch of them. Holy smokes, there's a ton of them. Some up shallow. That's wild. Oh, whoa, there's the old 7-pounder. Yeah. Oh my God, there's tanks down there. Oh, there's another giant right there. Oh my God, there's like 3. Hundreds and hundreds of bass here. Look, those are all 4-pounders right there. I don't know what to throw to get them to bite. So I think in a lot of lakes, but definitely this lake, when there's clear water in these conditions, like to get some of these fish to bite, you need to sneak up on them. You need to basically present your bait and not let them know you're there. Obviously that area we just fished, they knew I was there. But before that, we were getting a couple of bites. We were making those long casts, and especially that one on that jig. The jig fish that was shallow was, you know, right into that school of fish, and I just don't think they knew I was there. So they were unsuspecting, and I think that's going to be key. So we're leaving that area alone. We're going to go to this area right here, which looks very similar to that other area. It's got the trees. It's got some deep water nearby. So we're going to make some long casts to hopefully some unsuspecting fish. It's just they're finicky, and if they know you're there, you can forget about it. Unsuspecting fish. Up shallow. See, if they don't know you're coming, they're much easier to catch. It's weird though, that's a smallmouth. We been seeing largemouth. They're up shallow. As long as they don't know I'm coming, I usually get a bite. I'm throwing the jig versus the drop shot because I do think there's a bunch of little ones up there too, and I think that the jig is at least weeding out some of the small ones, getting some of the bigger ones to bite the jig. Holy shit. Giant blow up shot. Oh yeah, they're bass. They're bass, yep, they're bass. Oh my god, there's a million of them. Oh my god, look at them. There's a million of them right here. Look at this. Holy crap. Look at them all. Fish are going nuts. For real. Oh my god, please. How is that possible? Is this a joke, dude? This insane topwater bite's going off. What is going on? Why can't I make a cast? Oh my god. Never happens unless I'm near fish. Dude. Every little possible thing is going wrong right now. Isn't that funny how that works? Can't even present my bait. Hooks are getting wrapped up. That's called not taking advantage of a topwater bite. Look at that big bait ball. Look at all that bait. You can see, that's just crazy. That's like a tornado underwater. Oh yeah, they're following that jerkbait. They're just not committing to it. There we go, finally got one. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of them down there. Man, there's some giants down there. Oh boy, all right guys, that was a interesting day out on the water. We looked around, we covered water, and ultimately we went back to the spot we started at. Wouldn't you know, all those big fish, all those small fish were up shallow and in those surrounding areas, and it was the weirdest thing. It was actually kind of a warm fall day. It got pretty hot, so these fish I think pushed up shallow. They were still feeding up on bait. I mean, there were giant bait balls everywhere roaming around, and they were busting everywhere. It just was hard to get bit. Let me just show you real quick every single bait that I tied on and threw at these fish. Topwater spook, Berkeley Chopo, KAYAK finesse jig, Megabass Vision 110+1, Berkeley popper, Jacko Gantarelle, Lucky Craft LV 500, Zoom Z-Drop, the Dust Spoon, Berkeley Flicker Shed, and a Dark Horse A-Rig with KAYAK swim baits. I think that may be the most baits I've thrown in a single day in I can't even remember when, but we ultimately got bit on the spook, the jig, the jerk bait, and the drop shot. Big thing today was making long casts, getting into areas without the bass realizing I was there. We're gonna go there next week and maybe tie in a few different baits and see if we can get them to react. But that is the video for today. Thank you guys for coming along and watching as always. Till next time, we'll see you later.